Nothing gets done. Nothing breaks down. Everybody on this side feels this way. Everybody on that side feels that way, and nobody
It's odd, isn't
compromises.
it?
Yeah.
I mean, the big argument is it won't change anything because they're lunatics and they get illegal guns. But I'm sure there must be a correlation between the fact that you can get an assault rifle that can kill. But that stupid argument people online say, well, people can kill with a pen. You're going to ban pens. No one has ever killed 50 people and then turned the pen on themselves. Do you know what I mean? It's such a stupid fucking argument to say that. There must be a correlation with the amount, how easy it is to get a gun. Because that's the point. When, if you're angry and you go mental and punch a few people, that is different to being able to have a gun. Why do you want those military guns? You're up to no good. Do you know what I mean? You don't do target practice with that sort of weaponry, do you?
Yeah,
Some people do go to ranges, and it's supposed to be a very fun thing to do.
Yeah, I've been to ranges. I've been to Iraq and shot over there with soldiers. I've shot here. I've went to Texas.
Even the people that do it for sport and love guns and they do it at range and they're never going to kill anyone and they're sane people.
Right.
And they'd pass the test to have a gun. So why don't they want crazy people to be screened more?
I think they do.
They would say they do.
I think they do.
Well, who doesn't want it then? Who's saying who doesn't want this?
I don't know if it's anybody doesn't want it or if there's just a lot of holes in the system. I don't know what the answer is.
They just don't want. I think what they don't want the government fucking telling them what they can do and what they can't do. I think it's fear of the government. I think it's fear of little tiny pieces. You take this, then you're going to take that,
the amendment, and
and it's like, okay, now we can only use these guns, or we can only have this clip, or we can only use this scope, and pretty much then it's just going to be, look, you can't, once you give the government any room at all, they'll fucking just take advantage, widen it, and do whatever the fuck they want. And that's what I think they're afraid of. Because look, I don't.
But when is the government? How is the government taking advantage of there being less crazy guns? What are they? They're running around going, "Hey, there's less guns." What are they? What's in it for the government other than it's a safer place to live?
People will say that the government has too much power. Again, it's an unwinnable argument.
Because
no
the whole country was based on. I mean, if we didn't have guns, then we wouldn't be able to be America what we are now. But I mean, and
it was based on when there were muskets, and when you get angry with someone, you had to fill the gun and then pour some gunpowder in it and put a shot, and then go, "Oh, I can't be bothered anymore."
Yeah,
you really couldn't do mass shooting. It was.
But also the fear if nobody has guns and the only people that have guns is the government or the army, and they tell you fuck you, martial law, or fuck you, do this, you have to.
But but if the government goes crazy in some sort of weird dystopian future and starts enslaving, who are these people going to run forward and outgun the FBI and the US Army anyway? They're not going to win.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I think these are all strange sort of myths. I think what it is do what you can, but you can't have my gun. I like having my gun.
Yeah, it's a freedom. It's a freedom. It's America. It's you're going to change what this country was founded on, and it's in the Constitution, and they're like, fuck you. You can't just go and do that.
That's fine, but I feel like, and I could have it wrong actually, because obviously both sides have their own propaganda.
Yeah.
But isn't it that they just want it harder to have a gun? If you go through when you go and buy a car, you can't just go, I want a car. It's my right. Well, you've got to have a license. You've got to have it. No, I just want a car. It's my right.
But I also think it's a negotiation, though.
Well, their argument would be that it is a right to have a gun, and that's what they would say, that it's not a right to have a car, that it's a constitutional guarantee for
But
a
if
gun.
you go in and buy a car, I'm buying it from you. You're going to come in high as fuck, knowing that you're going to go down. I'm going to come in low as fuck, knowing that I'm going up. And we're going to meet somewhere in the middle. And I think that these people who are for guns are like, fuck you. We have to just say no, absolutely fucking not, because there will be some concessions. Something will happen where, and it has. I mean, the what is it? How long do they have to wait to get a gun? Is it a month or something? Or Jim?
I don't know the answer. I really don't know.
Right.
It's the anger on both sides that closes down the argument, because I think it comes to a point where politicians are scared to say they're against it or for or whatever, because it's just too controversial.
Yeah.
It outweighs everything else. It's almost like we're talking about these things, these terrible shootings, and as soon as someone says there's too many guns, it's like they forget what it's on about and they just go, "How dare you can't take my guns?" And likewise, the other people are going, assuming that everyone who gets a gun is a crazy, which isn't true either. It's a difficult one, but it's odd that there are so many guns.
I don't know what.